What's up, everybody? I decided I want to do one more video just to kind of cap off the year 2020, which we all know has been a pretty crazy and stressful year, but I'm trying to end on a positive note with a quick haul here. Just a couple of figures I want to share with you all, and I'm going to jump right into them. For one, I did my video on my favorite pops of 2020, and there was one I didn't have yet, actually two that I did not have yet, but I do have one of them now. So I went out on a quick hunt and I was able to track down Emily from Corpse Bride. Like I said, definitely one of my favorites of the year. I really like this movie, and I've grown to appreciate the movie even more after watching it a couple of times. So yeah, absolutely love the movie, and this pop, I'm glad that I was able to track it down. Definitely want to check out the details on that in a moment. I don't have, of course, there is, yeah, they show him on the back, Victor with scraps as well. Not as concerned about that pop, but I may get it eventually. And then I do have Mr. Bone Jangles, which they just call, Funko just calls the skeleton. Next up here, I have the glow in the dark She-Ra. And of course, I have been collecting Master of the Universe, the more recent ones. I don't have the vaulted ones, but yeah, I have been collecting the more recent ones. And I got a couple more of these that will be on the way soon. I was able to order that flocked Rizlor. I did miss out on Skeletor, on the flocked Panther, but I will get the common one. And the artist series Skeletor, I'm not really going to worry about that one. I missed out on it, but I don't even think I'm going to try to track it down. But yeah, we got the glow-in-the-dark She-Ra here. And of course, once I get her unboxed, I will check out the glow on this figure as well. And yeah, there is a common version of her also that doesn't glow. You see that is a specialty series figure there. Next up here, I have a figure that was sent to me by somebody that's been a long-time supporter of the channel, and I definitely consider him to be a friend as well. So Angel, also known as Cali Pops, he sent me here the Black Light Joker. This is one that I've really been wanting to track down. And my Black Light Harley Quinn, I did pre-order her. She hasn't arrived yet, but I'm assuming she'll be on the way soon. The Black Light Batman, I'm actually not too worried about it. I mean, I do, of course, like Batman, the animated series. Actually, I love that series, but not super crazy about that pop design. So I really just wanted to make sure I got the Joker and Harley Quinn. And yeah, thank you so much, Angel, for getting this figure for me and sending it my way. And this one, I will try to check it out, to see how it looks up under a black light. Now, two pops here I want to just mention real quick, but I'm not going to open these up. I actually do have two of the Artist Series Batman pops here. One of these I found for a really good deal on Mercari, and these come in hard stacks. I'm gonna leave it in there. I will say with this one, this is the main one that I wanted because it kind of evokes the Batman 66 series, with the got the words on there, bam, crash, and all of that going on. I will say though, the actual pop, the paint job, not as cool as I thought it was gonna be. It's kind of, I don't know, it comes off kind of awkward, and I really do feel like they should have used an Adam West Batman for this figure. I think that would have made a lot more sense, but Funko kept it kind of simple with this, and maybe they did want them to be uniform, but yeah, I don't know, it's still alright. I'm just not exactly blown away by this, but like I said, I was able to find it at a good deal on Mercari. And then Nicole, another supporter of the channel, she was nice enough to send me this one, which I think looks pretty awesome. The black and yellow Batman here, and I like that it has, some of the words on here like force of good. It's just, yeah, this one is very cool, and black and yellow is kind of classic Batman. So yeah, I definitely like the look of this one. And Nicole, thank you so much for sending this one my way. I actually don't have the original variant of this Joker figure because with the animated series, I only picked up a couple of those pops, and I think they were some of the other villains, but I really wasn't too worried about getting too many of them. The designs for me, I just don't, I feel like they, they do evoke the series, but maybe not enough in my opinion. But yeah, I'm very happy with this one here. Like, the coloring is extremely bright, especially this yellowish orangish color that they have going on his skin. They use the same color on his shoes, which I think is a little bit awkward. They probably should have done that differently, but it still works. The shadowing on his jacket and on his pants, that is really nice looking up close there. And I like the hot pink card going on there as well. That really stands out. So overall, the paint job is pretty cool here. And I feel like with this being a black light pop, they could get away maybe with some little blemishes, but they have green along his hairline, and it's not exactly smooth looking. But with this, like I said, being a black light pop, it works regardless, so they can get away with that. Like a lot of other people, I do hope that Funko doesn't go completely overboard with the blacklight pops. It would be nice if they're kind of limited, you know, to make them more special. I will say this though, there definitely are some other characters and you know, celebrities that would look really good as blacklight pops and would make sense as blacklight pops. For example, if they did another Jimi Hendrix or even a variant of a previous Jimi Hendrix, you know, him with the blacklight pop would make a lot of sense, you know. So, you know, maybe some other music artists as well. So yeah, let me know your ideas in the comments. Actually, what other characters or celebrities do you think should have blacklight pops? She-Ra here looks pretty cool up close. I mean, I think you can tell with the vinyl that it has glow features going on. Whenever there's a glow-in-the-dark figure, the vinyl does look a little bit different, but it still works, you know, regardless with this pop figure here. And I like the subtle touches, like, you know, her blue eyeshadow there is kind of blue. It's almost like an aqua color, though, there. She does have a nice hair sculpt as well. Yeah, and it's just really well done. I mean, the sword and the length of the sword works out here too. Sometimes with pops, you take them out of box and then you realize the sword is a little bit too long, so it kind of throws off the figure standing. But hers is just the right length there, and she does have a base, of course, like a lot of female characters, you know, because she has the slimmer legs there. So that's well done and everything. And yeah, like I said, just a really good representation of this character. Very happy to add her into my Masters of the Universe collection. Finally, I'm really glad that they did an updated version of her. The Masters of the Universe line is just fun to collect when it comes down to it. I just really like the series. The characters are so colorful and so different from each other. It's just really fun to collect it. And then we have Emily here, and I want to start first by pointing out that her base is kind of unique here. She does have a wide base there, and it clicks into her foot and then also into the dress as well to help her stand. She actually can stand well without the base. You know, I did test that out. But I do like the way that they designed this base though, and it actually does really click in, so it's very sturdy, you know, to display her. Like if you want to display her out of box, that'll work very well. And the details on her, phenomenal. I definitely feel that, like I said, you know, she's one of the best of the year. Mine is leaning just a little bit, but I may need to adjust the base some. I think it's lifting up some, so I will adjust that. As a matter of fact, let me put the base aside for a moment. But yeah, she looks really awesome. Of course, she has that hole in her cheek there, showing her teeth there a little bit. And if you want to be nitpicky, it doesn't quite like line up like it probably should, but it still gets the point across, you know, for the character. If you look closely there, you can see, just like in the movie, her ribs showing there from a tear in her dress, and the dress is nicely designed. I really like the shading towards the bottom of the dress as well. That looks pretty cool. And check out her veil. The veil is actually clear as well, and then it has some darker shading on the edges as well. That's a really nice touch there. Yeah, and the hair sculpt, really well done. You know, got the curls going on and everything. So yeah, this is just awesome looking. It would have been cool if they did like a variant of her with the little worm like sticking out of her head. Again, if you've seen the movie, then you know the reference there. That would have been a nice detail. Oh, I just realized too, when I kind of turned her at an angle, they even like sculpted her cheekbones there, which is really nice detailing. So yeah, they did a great job with this figure. Really good representation of the character there. One final item that I want to share with you all for this video, and I think this is a suitable way to cap off the year for me, because this is a statue that I've had my eye on for a while, and it is for one of my favorite Marvel characters. And I actually picked this up at the same time that I picked up Emily. So we have here the Gallery Diorama Agent Venom. I really like this character. I love his arc as a character within the comics, because if you know about the comics and you know about this character in particular, this is Flash Thompson, Peter Parker's bully from high school, who went on to join the military, and then he got seriously injured at war. He actually lost his legs, and then he was given the chance to basically work along with, I want to say SHIELD, because I feel like Nick Fury was involved, but I mean basically work for the government, you know, as an agent. And they gave him the use of the symbiote, and when he wears the symbiote, it actually gives him legs. And of course, he has to be careful about how often he uses the symbiote, because, you know, it does try to mess with his mind, and it can become kind of addictive to wear the suit and everything. So I just really like that arc. The fact that he went from being a bully to a hero, I think is pretty interesting. And I have actually read one storyline of his that featured like his version of the Sinister Six. I think it might have been called the Savage Six. Somebody can correct me on that if I'm incorrect, but I think it's called the Savage Six, and that was a really interesting storyline, kind of an intense storyline as well. But yeah, I really wanted to add this one to my collection. Yeah, found it at a good price. It actually has some information here. Well, let me do this real quick. In case you want to pause and read that, you can. I'm not going to read it right now. But yeah, if you want to read that information about him, you can. But yeah, like I said, I just think he's a really interesting character. Would be nice to see him on the big screen someday. I kind of doubt that it's going to happen because we do already have the Eddie Brock Venom on the big screen. And then the Flash Thompson that they have within the MCU doesn't seem like they're setting him up to be, you know, this particular type of character. It seems like they're setting up maybe something with him. I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell. At the end of Far From Home, it seems like they made a point of pointing out how his mother wasn't there to pick him up or whatever, that he had some issues at home or whatever. I don't know if that was just to show the difference between him and Peter Parker, or if, like I said, they're actually going somewhere with that. You know, we'll have to wait and see, but it doesn't seem like they're taking the character in this route, which is kind of unfortunate. I would have loved to see this character on the big screen, and who knows, maybe it will happen someday. But yeah, let me go ahead and get him out of the box, and we'll take a good look at him. When Tom Hardy was filming the Venom movie, he did tweet out a picture, and the outfit that he had on, it almost looked like something militaristic or whatever, but I don't know, maybe it was a special effects type of thing or whatever. That's why maybe he has some harnesses and stuff on him. But it got me kind of excited because I was like, maybe they are going to you know, kind of give him sort of some of the details of Agent Venom. But yeah, it turned out not to be the case. So like I said, maybe it was like a special effects type of thing that he had on there. But I mean, there is still the potential for them to maybe take his version of Venom this route. Maybe his version of Venom could eventually end up working for the government or something like that, and we could still get Agent Venom in that way. I would definitely be down with that, you know. And I like Tom Hardy as an actor. Really, when it comes down to it, he saved that Venom movie. That Venom movie is kind of behind the times and kind of cheesy, but I really think his acting, just his genuine enthusiasm for playing that part, really helped to save that movie to where it is entertaining. Still not a great movie, but I do think the Venom movie is entertaining. But enough about that. Let's focus on this actual statue here. And I really like the details on it, and getting it out of the box, you know, seeing it up close. It looks really cool here, like with some of the padding. It's almost like a rock design, you know, but of course it's representing the symbiote there. So I really love the way that it looks. The gallery statues, I know, you know, they're cheaper than most statues, but that's not a bad thing. I've said this before because, you know, that makes them affordable, and they still have some really great details. I mean, in terms of the price though, you can really feel it with the weight of them. They tend to be very light, and the bases tend to be, you know, kind of hollow and light. But I mean, they're just sitting there, you know, so to me, that is not a bad thing at all. I think the gallery statues are pretty cool overall. And his outfit in general is just really awesome looking there. Love the weapon that he has also, you know, with the silencer on there. That is very cool looking. I really like in the comics, you know, sometimes he can use like the tendrils of the symbiote to hold other guns. That would be very cool to see as a statue as well. But like I said, very much happy with this one. He's got the gun on the hip there. This is just such a cool outfit. You know, I mean, it should be obvious why I want to see this on the big screen at some point. Got a gun on that hip as well. Like, he's definitely ready to go. You know, he's got his belt on there, of course, with the pouches. Okay, very militaristic looking there. Even the boots and everything look pretty cool as well. Yeah, this is awesome, and I like the base. I mean, the base, you know, like I said, lightweight because it is a gallery statue, but the base looks cool, and they tend to use a lot of rocks and things like that with their bases, and I think it is so they can get those lifelike details with it. Yeah, it looks good. So very happy with this one. Like I said, this is one I've had my eye on for a while. I have seen a Kotobukiya Agent Venom as well, and that one is cool. I don't know if I fully understand the pose that they went with, but it's cool overall, you know, and I'm hoping to see more with Agent Venom. Like I said, I just really like the characters, the character arc, and the character design. It's just awesome, you know, and I feel like this character may have been done in animation. I can't remember for sure. Somebody can let me know in the comments whether or not I'm right about that, but I feel like I may have seen a clip of him in animation before, but just not 100% sure about that. But yeah, like I said, very happy with this purchase. You know, this is a great purchase for me to finish off 2020. And I think in 2021, I've said this before, and I've actually stuck to it to an extent. I said at the beginning of 2020 that I want to start focusing on statues more, and I have actually added a good number to my collection over the year of 2020, and I'm going to keep that going in 2021 to add in more statues and to maybe purge some things that I'm not so into anymore. I'm still going to collect pops, of course, but I do think there are some older collectibles I have that I'm just not quite crazy about anymore, and moving those out, you know, of course I can make space for some more statues. Now, a lot of times you'll hear me say I gotta find space for whatever new thing I got. In this case, I already know exactly where this guy is going to go because I do have some new shelving, and on that shelving I already have some other Marvel statues, so he's going to join them. So yeah, very happy with this purchase again, like I said. And I want to hear from you all, you know, if you made any like end of the year purchases with collectibles, what did you pick up recently? I definitely want to say as well, if you're watching this right away, please be safe and take care of yourselves going into the new year. I know especially with New Year's Eve and people celebrating, DUIs can be pretty bad, so please take care of yourselves. Be careful out there. You know, that goes also to, you know, servicemen and women. You know, I was in the Army. I know how it is. You know, celebrating New Year's, it can be pretty rough on those bases as well with, you know, the drinking and driving. So please be careful. Make smart decisions. Take care of yourselves. And like I've said before, I hope that 2021 is a better year for all of us. And you all, thank you so much for your support throughout the year. I really do appreciate it, and throughout the years for those of you that have been here for a while. It really does mean a lot. I truly do appreciate that. As we move into the new year, I think things will get back on schedule as far as Funko News is concerned. You know, of course, right now Funko employees, they spend time with their families as well. You know, so when I can get back on track with Funko News, I definitely will do so. But again, thank you all so much for the support. You all take care of yourselves, and I'll talk to you all again real soon.